We Have Concerns is only made possible because of generous donations from our patrons. If you want to be one of those, if you want to help make the show possible and also get extra stuff like bonus episodes, monthly hangouts, other cool stuff, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/wehaveconcerns.
See if there's any reason to go back.
What is not yet raised and burnt to the ground? Let's go there for coffee. This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Canada.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens.
Alik the Golfer Evans came through with another good story for us.
Alik the Golfer Evans.
The guy is a machine.
He's a machine, a golf machine.
This is a story about life itself. Life.
Are you talking about This Is Us on NBC?
Yeah, it turns out he just suggested we watch This Is Us on NBC.
I'll tell you, man.
It's about life itself.
It's about life itself. We can all relate to This Is Us. We can all relate to Milo Ventimiglia's dad voice.
Oh, he's the best.
Hey, I'm a dad. It's me.
Was not he the perfect?
It's me from a Heroes. I'm a dad.
Wasn't
now.
he the perfect casting for Sylvester Stallone's son?
Yeah.
Just like he is a young Sylvester Stallone without muscles.
I just want to say that I'm a dad and I love you all.
Hey, you're my son. No, it's about life on this planet. It turns out that there's a possibility that complex life existed before we thought it did.
I'm not convinced it exists now. Am I right?
You are. Go back to sleep for another 4 years. So, Earth, this is a little context. Earth, 4.5 billion years old.
Earth 2, about the same. But everybody's
different
evil.
Colors, yeah.
Everybody's evil, so you got to watch that. Yeah.
About 3.7 billion years ago, Earth was still pretty young, galactically speaking.
Yeah.
And there's three types of life on this planet.
Those who can read binary and those who can't.
Ba-dum-bum. You're full of them today.
That's not even a binary joke.
So bacteria, archaea, which is kind of like bacteria.
Wizards.
But their cells don't have nuclei.
Mm-hmm.
So two single cell organisms. And then everything else on the planet, us, animals, plants, everything is called eukaryotes. That's the third kingdom of life.
Right.
So the prevailing theory right now is that about 1.75 billion years ago, so 3.7 billion years ago, bacteria, archaea came into existence somehow. And then they hung out for billions of years doing nothing. Just sitting around like Anthony on a Tuesday.
Get your act together, single-celled. What were you sitting around for like a billion plus years doing?
Oh, you know what? They were just trying to figure out... Failure to launch.
That's what I say.
They were watching Failure to Launch.
They were all watching Failure to Launch, but like an Archaea version of it.
You know what? Archaea, Michael McConaughey is still pretty good. He's in that, right?
Michael McConaughey is the star of that, yes.
What is wrong
Matthew
with me?
McConaughey's little single-celled brother.
This show is going to get...
His Archaea brother.
This show is going to get worse and worse as I get less and less sleep and my brain stops working.
I love it.
Anyway, so the prevailing hypothesis is that 1.75 billion years ago, a bacteria ate an archaea, or vice versa.
Going against the moral laws of the tribe.
It was messed up.
And when he ate that single-celled archaea, the dark magic from that archaic single-celled organism exploded within him.
Yeah.
And he became...
a eukaryote. Which is a complex organism.
Which is half angel, half demon.
Yeah. Is a sort of preacher, who knows. So eukaryotes, we think that may be what happened. We don't know yet. But basically, 1.75 billion years ago, eukaryotes started. And then you can sort of map the progression with the progression of oxygen on the planet. We thought Earth started with very little oxygen, then there was more, then there was a lot. And so things got more complex.
And as we had more oxygen, we took deeper breaths and therefore became more... I guess life thrives because all life thrives on oxygen.
Right.
So the more oxygen we had, or at least life on this planet thrives on oxygen.
Yeah.
So the more oxygen we had, the more complexity we were able to create because we had more energy? I don't know.
Yeah, there was not enough oxygen to support complex life for like 1.6 billion years. But this new research, what they did was they took the chemical element selenium, which they found in some shale that dates back 2.4 and between 2.4 and 2 billion years ago. So before eukaryotes were on Earth, and they tested this shale for oxygen to see when it oxygenated. And it turns out there was enough oxygen to support complex life before there wasn't. There was a spike in oxygen that could have supported complex life, and then it went away
because
and everything
of
died.
Dave was just sitting there. He's like, "Hey, have you guys noticed? Like, there's a lot more oxygen."
Dave,
like, there's a lot of oxygen.
You
now.
really stop making those deep breaths, Dave.
Like, there's a ton of this oxygen.
No, hey, buddy, just short, brief breaths.
Do you remember how there wasn't a lot of oxygen?
No, we're all digging the oxygen.
Like, there's not enough oxygen to support us all.
Yeah.
And now there's like all this oxygen now.
What are all these balloons?
I've been blowing them up.
Why? You're using up all the oxygen.
Because before we had like 3 balloons.
Dave,
now we have like 100 balloons. Happy birthday!
Well, no, that's delightful.
Happy birthday!
I can't believe you remembered, but it's really...
it's all about you, James.
There's a shortness of breath.
Oh, just take more breaths. That's what I'm doing.
No, don't do that. Pop the balloons, Dave.
Why would I pop the balloons? They're so festive.
You gotta pop the balloons.
Look,
all life on this planet will end unless you pop the balloons.
Okay. But you are thinking short term and I'm thinking long term, because if I pop these balloons, I'm just going to need to blow up more balloons later. Also, check this out. Hey, I'm not able to breathe as much as I was earlier.
Dude, I'm getting weak.
No, keep trying to take a deep breath like I'm doing.
Pop the balloons,
Stop
Dave.
trying to conserve your breath and try to eat all the oxygen like I am.
Pop the balloon. Pop the balloon. Just pop the balloon. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. So basically the idea is there were all of the prerequisites for complex life. We're not talking like, creatures like us that walked around and thought, but we are talking eukaryotes. We're talking about complex multicellular organisms. They could have been here before they weren't. So there could have been multiple of these cycles. So basically the reason we thought there weren't is because there's no fossil evidence. But it's really, really hard for a fossil to become a fossil. So just because there's not any fossil evidence older than 1.7 billion years ago doesn't mean there weren't stuff to be fossils. They just weren't fossilized.
Now, when you say it's hard for a fossil to be a fossil.
Yeah, it's hard to become a fossil.
It's hard to become a fossil.
Right.
Because I would say once a fossil is a fossil, it's hard for a fossil to be anything else.
But it's sort of like you can do the job, but can you get the job?
Can you get the job?
Once
you are a fossil, you're a fossil forever.
Well, yeah, it's
literally forever.
It's you're tenured as a fossil, and it's kind of hard for you
Once
to not.
you get in, dude, it's sweet. That's the fossil tenure.
The key is to become fossil.
That's it.
And then.
It's hard to become a fossil, but once you do,
you are. It's a
no one can take it away from you.
Very elite club.
Very, very.
It's like the voiceover industry.
So this is interesting. There could have been an entire life cycle on Earth before it. Now,
or multiple
life cycles. Fascinating, but just to set our expectations here, you're saying nothing like us, so obviously we're not missing an entire human race. We're not missing. Was owls?
Maybe owls. Maybe it was
I think if you could get as far as owl, that's pretty good.
It's the planet of the owls.
I think if you could get as far as owl, you're doing real well as a planet, as like a progression of life.
Not much happens during the day, but at night, man, planet goes off.
Dude, owls are so dope. If you can get to the point where your planet supports owls, you're the best planet. Like, we're the best planet right now.
Because we have owls.
And it's like, point to another planet with owls. You can't.
There aren't any.
Even if we find life somewhere where we're looking for
What are the chances of owls?
What are the chances of owls? Slim to none.
Yeah.
Slim to none. Have you ever seen an owl turn its head
all the way around?
Crazy. Like
That's
270 degrees.
How does it do that?
I'll tell you how. Oxygen.
That's right.
That's right. So we're saying, though, that these were simple creatures. These were simple multi-celled organisms. We don't think they could have gotten...
it could have been... The reason we don't think they were more than simple is because there's no fossil evidence, but it's hard to become fossils.
Do we think... how far are they letting us go with this? How far are they letting us dream? Was lizards, maybe? Was life in an entire... could there have been an entire phylum of life that we haven't even seen before?
That's the idea, is that there literally could have been complex multicellular organisms that bear no resemblance to the ones we have today because they evolved in a completely different manner.
They were built to live on Earth the way Earth was 1.75 billion years ago, which is a completely different Earth.
More than 1.75 is the start of what became us.
Right. So 3 billion years ago.
Exactly.
So a completely different planet.
Right.
That's that's like a 1.5 billion cycle.
It might be every 1.5 billion years, everything goes away.
We're due.
And the craziest thing, dude,
we're due,
is they don't know what happened to the oxygen. All they know is they see record of the fact that there was oxygen and then there wasn't.
So nobody checked out the oxygen. Like they looked at the log and it was like, okay, there was a lot of oxygen, guys.
Yeah,
there was a ton of oxygen, you guys, and then now there wasn't. And like the last person to sign the log was Gerald 3 weeks ago. Gerald,
hey guys,
so you signed out some oxygen 3 weeks ago.
Well, there was oxygen here when I left.
No, that's okay. Has anybody been to the oxygen since Gerald signed out more oxygen? Has anybody seen any oxygen? Because we're down, guys, we're down here. We're down here for like another 20 months.
Tell him, Norbert. Tell him what you saw.
Norbert, we are under the ocean together for another 20 months. Where is the oxygen?
Well, I'm not saying I saw anything in particular.
Listen,
I don't want to be that guy.
This is a safe space, guys.
Tell him, Norbert.
This is a safe space.
Okay.
Where it's getting harder and harder to breathe.
Yeah.
So, like, we really don't want to come down on anybody who has any knowledge about the oxygen, okay?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I came in to work like I normally do, and the oxygen
through Podbase 6.
Yeah, Podbase 6. Yeah, like we all do.
We all live in Podbase 6.
Right. And
get to the point.
Oxygen levels were standard.
Sure.
Yeah. And then I saw Sarah, and she was dressed all in black, and she had her pickup truck loaded up with all the oxygen.
Norbert.
Yeah.
Sarah had a pickup truck?
Yeah, it's a pickup truck.
She had a pickup truck down here under the ocean.
You know how pickup trucks work, right?
I'm very aware of how pickup trucks work. I run an entire undersea city. Why did she have a pickup truck, and how did it get here, Norbert? Norbert, are you hiding something?
What, me? No, I'm sure it was Sarah.
Just tell her the truth, dude. Tell her the truth.
All right, I blew up a whole lot of balloons. The oxygen. Sarah had nothing to do with it. It was all a lie. I blew up a lot of balloons because nobody remembered.
I do have a pickup truck down here, though.
Everybody knows about your pickup truck, Sarah.
I didn't know. How the hell did you get a pickup truck down here? They sink, idiot. So this oxygen just went away. What are the things that they think could have made the oxygen go away? Do they have any clue?
No goddamn idea. They have no idea. All they know is they're looking at the selenium.
Some sort of cosmic event, some sort of change in the climate. Something must have happened, right?
Something happened. Yeah, they're calling it oxygen overshoot.
Where we just got
too much oxygen.
We just got way too ambitious.
Yeah. The planet got too much oxygen too fast.
We just got way too ambitious. It's like when you build too many little foot soldier units in the beginning of an RTS.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I'm just going to build like 4 more and I can get there.
No, what it is it's like those lottery winners that end up bankrupt.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's like the Earth won the lottery on oxygen and then it just like fucking went on a spending spree of oxygen.
Oh, shit. I'm going to make everything multi-celled. I'm going to make trees and shit.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, this is awesome. That little thing's going to walk around. I'm going to make like a zillion of these.
Whoa,
I have so much oxygen.
Calm down, Earth. Calm down.
Whoa.
Dude, you got to learn from what happened to me, Mars, your buddy.
Dog, Mars, I just invented balloons.
No, don't invent balloons. Balloons ruin everything.
Mars, you just listen, dog. I have so much. Do you want some oxygen again?
I had oxygen and I fucking wasted it.
I know, dude, but look at how cute all these little multi-celled organisms are.
No, I had those.
I just had like archaea and shit before, and now this stuff is so cool.
I know. Just don't get attached to them. They're gonna
make
die.
Moss.
You're gonna. No, don't make moss, dude.
I'm just gonna cover everything in moss.
Moss uses up so much oxygen.
Does it? I don't even know.
I think it makes oxygen. Actually, I don't know. I'm Mars. I'm fucking desolate.
Yeah!
What do I know?
Woo, that's right. Like, I don't think you're anybody to tell me how to use oxygen or water, if we can be honest.
Well, don't even fucking start with
Yeah,
water.
dude,
Don't even
where's
start
the
with
water, bro?
Don't even fucking start with water.
I think I'm a little smarter than you. Look, I just made this thing. It crawls.
God damn it. Hey, Earth, you want any dust? I got orange dust. You want any dust?
You know, I think I'm good.
I'll trade you dust for oxygen.
No, dude, I think I'm good.
Come on, bro. I got like so much orange dust. You don't have
Yeah.
any. Oh fuck! Look at Utah. You got orange dust already. Damn you.
Yeah.
God damn you.
Yeah, I'm doing real well.
Fuck.
Hey, all my little guys are dying. What's going on?
You used up all your oxygen. I tried to tell you.
No.
Classic
Maybe.
oxygen overshoot.
Maybe a little.
So it's like that. I think that it's kind of crazy to think that had this not happened, we don't know what happened with the oxygen, but now I'm worried about oxygen. Had this not happened, evolution would have happened in a completely different way because those little beggars would have, gotten
I mean,
more
I
complex.
think we're heading for another one of these things. Not oxygen disappear. Maybe not oxygen. Maybe oxygen. I don't know.
What if oxygen is the great filter?
Maybe oxygen is gonna be what does it. Maybe we're gonna just like, you know what? There's a lot of evidence that we're just gonna run out of oxygen.
That's the saddest way to go.
There's
we just
like a
used
lot
up
of
oxygen.
evidence that we're just gonna use up all the clean air. Like we are, according to a lot of people, heading to an extinction event. Like all the stuff that we just got, like the new ice sheet readings and all this.
Yeah.
There's a chance that we're just running out of oxygen. There's a chance we're going to overshoot it. And then maybe what happens is just like, we just wait. The earth just like waits and like cleans up.
Yeah.
Everything just slows
1.7
back
billion
down.
years from now, somebody's going to, find our old podcast and be like, huh.
Kind of funny, not super funny.
It's not really that funny.
We decoded it. We decoded it. And we think it's supposed to be funny. I don't know. We don't really understand a lot of the words that they're using.
They like anthropomorphized planets?
I don't know.
And they had the planets talking to each other? That's weird.
I guess it's a bit.
And what was the thing with the undersea people? Like, what were they supposed to be?
They were just undersea. I don't know.
One had a truck?
Yeah.
I just don't get this show.
I don't know. They were, what we think is that they were mostly stupid. And so they died.
Yeah.
And now we're here.
All right. Let's just inflate these balloons and nothing bad can happen.
This is super interesting to think about. There was it's almost like there was an entirely different Earth.
Yeah.
That we didn't even know about until
Earth
now.
too.
Earth too. There was just a bunch of little multi-celled organisms with goatees.
Yeah. It's like when they find those famous paintings underneath the shitty paintings.
So you're implying that Earth 1 was better.
I mean, couldn't be much worse, right?
I don't know. This is kind of fascinating. I would love to hear more. I want to know more about, like, as they find out more about this theory and kind of find more proof of it. Because if there was another one, like, I'd like to know what kind of completely different life forms this separate, different version of Earth could have supported.
Well, the problem is we're probably never going to know because fossil record doesn't go back that far. The fact that we've got this shale that's 2 billion years old and we can find selenium in it is the only record that we have past that point, right? And you can look at that record and say, oh, it oxygenated at this point, so there had to be oxygen in the atmosphere that was much greater than what we ever thought before. But the fossil record doesn't go back far enough. So...
Oh. Well, then never mind. Let's stop thinking about this.
Okay.
There are better things to put our time and energy towards.
I mean... It's actually pointing out that the circumstances leading to us humans happening, weren't rare. We used to think they were like a once in a 5 billion year shot, but it was actually could have been every couple of 1.7 billions. So your chances just got better, I guess, for more
what?
For more stuff in the galaxy.
Oh, okay. I was like, my chances?
Yeah. My chances.
My chances for what?
Of finding alien life that you've been wanting to do.
Oh, yeah. I'd love to find some alien life sometime in the next day or
1.7 billion years.
Like within the next 14 hours, he said. We're recording this on January 19th.
That'd be cool.
We don't get political. what do you guys think about this? Do you find this super interesting? Are you bummed that we can't find out more about this Earth and find out more about how possible this actually is? Because right now this is a theory.
Yeah.
This is a theory.
It's fascinating to me that a person in a lab can be working with some shale that's 2 billion years old and know that and look at it and go, oh, here's what was happening 2 billion years ago. Pretty awesome.
It is awesome. That's all I have to say.